Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my lifter Demi's vlog, and we started the week off with a max effort floor press. He got a PR there, we're happy with it. His benching and strength is slowly coming up, keeping in mind for him triceps are his biggest weak link in his benching. So we're continuing to put a serious tricep focus into everything, so we're doing a lot of floor pressing. Keeping in mind he does speed bench, so he does touch the chest on speed bench, so we have that in for the pectorals, in addition to the floor pressing. But we do floor pressing, and then I have him doing two smaller exercises now. So what we're doing now that I've built his tendons up a little bit by doing banded press downs, we're now doing normal skull crushers, which are again to the face. These can be a little harder on the elbow tendons. I'm a big fan of these. It's just that you have to have healthy elbows to do them for any length of time, which is why I started him off on floor skull crushers, right? We started on the floor mainly because it de-emphasizes that stress that's put on the tendon. The downside is, of course, we don't get a stretch reflex in the lengthened position. It's a dead stop from kind of the lengthened position and not a full lengthened position. Now, that being said, the floor skull crushers have actually pretty good research on them, showing that they're a phenomenal hypertrophy exercise for the triceps, which is one reason why we will still use them for my power lifters. In the case of if we're worried about tricep tendons, we will still use that as a major tricep builder, just because, again, the research has shown that just the nature of a tricep, it's one of those exercises that we can get amazing hypertrophy out of with partials if they're carefully selected. Okay, it's not as dependent as some other muscles on a lengthened position for maximizing hypertrophy. Now, the lengthened position is nice to have, and that's one reason that we can get away with that movement. It's one reason it's quite popular, because it's still a very, very effective in spite of that. But in a perfect world, we would like to see that true deep lengthened position, and the skull crusher does that arguably better than just about any other movement, which is again one reason it is so popular even in bodybuilding circles, everything else. Now, we also got our first 4-plate squat. He got a 180 kilogram squat. That's his first time ever getting that in his life. Of course, ironically, when I put it up in shorts and reels, I had someone in one of the shorts say, "Oh, why are you putting up someone lifting such a lightweight?" They tried to complain. I'm like, why are you hating? One of my lifters just got a 4-plate squat for the first time. You know what? And, we want to show it. Again, people can be so petty, keeping in mind the average gym goer will never squat 405. Hey, he just now finally got there, and he's going to go up. I mean, this guy will squat 5 plates eventually. No doubt about it. It's just going to be a matter of consistency. But that's a big milestone. And I think something that we should discuss, I want to discuss that a little bit in this vlog. When people hit big milestones, anytime it's a new plate, there is no reason ever to hate on that. In fact, I would always say you should congratulate them, right? I don't care if it's a 2-plate per side bench. You know what a 225 bench or 100 kilo bench is? A milestone. It is a milestone. It doesn't matter that I could rep it out for 15, 20 reps if I had to. All right? I do sets of 10 with heavier weight than that paused. But that's irrelevant, isn't it? You know what? It's a big milestone for a lot of people. A 315 squat, your first 315 squat, 3 plates, is a big milestone for a lot of people. And it's an important one. So we start coming over to something like a 4-plate squat. Outside of the really hardcore powerlifting world, outside of that, and granted, he is working at being a powerlifter here, but he's more of a novice powerlifter. But outside of the serious powerlifting world, a 405 squat is considered really, really good. It's a major milestone. Okay, it's a major milestone. And that's the sort of milestone that we should be celebrating. And again, I would go so far as to say, if you ever see anyone in your feed on any social media platform hitting their first 4-plate per side squat, you need to be happy for them. Be happy for them. I always am. Do you know why? Because that's an important milestone in getting really strong. Because you know what? Everyone out there who squats 6 plates or more per side, you know what? They all hit that first 4-plate squat. And it was a big deal. They all remember that. And I would say a lot of people out there, you can tell who are not real lifters. You can tell people who are not real lifters because they'll make petty statements about something like that. And the reality is everyone who's passionate about this and serious about this, they see someone hit their first 4-plate squat, their first 2-plate bench, their first 4-plate deadlift, their first 5-plate deadlift. And they're like, right on, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because it is. And I would say it's the same for all of you out there watching. You know, don't get detoured when you see guys lift monstrous weights, or they watch me as this old dude doing rep work with 5.5 or more plates on a deadlift. Watch me deadlift over 600. They're like, well, that's crazy to me. You're doing that at that age. And then they might feel bad about what they're doing. And I would say, don't. You need to celebrate your victories. Okay? Every time you reach a new milestone lift, celebrate it. Anytime you see someone else putting in the work who reaches a milestone lift, you need to celebrate it. Right? This needs to be a supportive community. Right? The lifting world needs to be more supportive. And I have been guilty of not always being supportive. I will own that. We can all do better, right? I mean, our standards shouldn't be set of, hey, you know, when Jason is at his worst, this is what he did. Well, do we want that to be the standard? I don't think that we should. Celebrate your victories, guys. Like right here, look at these good mornings. Guys hitting some strong good mornings. Okay? At the end of his dynamic effort, a lower day. You know what? This guy's going to be strong. Look at that work he's putting in. Look at the work he's putting in on those good mornings. Rep work with 2.5 plates aside for sets of 10. All right? That's how we get strong. We put in that work. We chip at it. One milestone at a time, pound by pound, kilo by kilo. Keep putting in that work. Celebrate your victories and keep moving upward and onward. And those of you out there who can't celebrate the victories of others, maybe this game isn't for you.